Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Son of the streets, your boy Young Lotto. It's Young Lotto. 2 down, DMV staying up. Y'all know what it is,
Mr. 100 Round.
Get it. So if money talking, my talking round the clock. What you need, you cop it. Them pills, them pounds, them rocks. A couple niggas ballin', cause they got a block. A royal flush will spot them. Right around the top, so I'ma make it bounce back. So all you get is straight piss. She fucking niggas' pockets, now they need a rape kit. Money's my motivation, that's why they hate chicks. Mommy talking round the clock, nigga no breaks, bitch. We carry big weight, we will big on the streets. Been about mine since I was in my dungarees. We blow a big tree the size of a jungle leaf. He think he big meat supplying with 100 piece. I'ma make it bounce back so all you get is straight pit. Triple B, no in between, so all the pictures can't miss. Have your daddy stuck right down that chimney like Saint Nick. To take your 2 cents and stick him in your anus. It's royal flush, nigga. I see your pantyhose. You bragging about one bra, bitch, nigga, I any hoes. I do not mingle, rotate them like hot singles. Just the sound of my money make they twat tingle. So if money talking, my talking round the clock. What you need, you cop it. Them pills, them pounds, them rocks. A couple niggas ballin', cause they got a block. A royal flush, they spot them. Right around the top, so I'ma make it bounce back. So all you get is straight hit. She fucking niggas' pockets, now they need a rape kit. Money's my motivation, that's why they hate shit. Mommy talking round the clock, nigga no breaks, bitch. I'm the lotto pick, I keep an honest click. And if we were a thing, that wouldn't be stopping it. We smell a bitch as if he stuck up in some doggy shit. Shorty sniffs my money, that gives me doggy licks. It's absurd how the chain is chipped up off the bird. Oh, half the rims, half the panties taken off his girl. Fuck the ground, oh my niggas cold smell the birds. They say talk is cheap, so I'ma wholesale my words. I'ma make it bounce back. Niggas getting straight pit, choking to his face blue. Bust the nigga bank crip. Fuck around, all my niggas off that same shit. Man, ain't no problem to get bang quick. So if money talking, my talking round the clock. What you need, you cop it. Them pills, them pounds, them rocks. A couple niggas ballin', cause they got a block. A royal flush, you spot them. Right around the top.
And we not like all the other gurus with their special deposits, with prop money. All of ours come out the bank. We actually have actual Navy Federal Credit Union. Yo, why was Independence Hall on the back of $100 bill? Just notice that, Independence Hall. B-Day, June 5th. B-Day is June 5th. I'm going to have fun with or without you because I'm up. Life is good.
You're rocking with the best.
Have fun with or without you. Life is very good. It can always take a turn for the worse. So I'm going to enjoy these moments while I have them. Nobody coming to take my shit. None of my shit being repossessed. Nobody putting me out my shit. I got a 5,000 bill collectors calling my phone. None of that. While the ones who always have the most to say, they always seem to have the opposite going on with their lives. Now, some new Dior kicks just came out, and it's my B-Day, and so I went to the bank, made a withdrawal to get me, about to get those new Dior joints. and the new line of Purple Label jeans. The Dior, I think they like 1,100, 1,200. They between 11 and 12. And about to give me the new purple jeans. They got the new line that just came out. They $298. They like $315. And I have enough left. I'm gonna get me a Montclair shirt. It's probably gonna be one of my B-Day outfits. Probably won't wear it on my B-Day, but that's it. It's a little slight 2,200. Take out to go get the new Dior's, purple jeans, and the Montclair shirt. That's it. Not 2,000. That's it. B-Day coming up. I'm gonna treat myself nice. Shout out to wife. Already got the hotel. 1 second, y'all. My sinuses is fucking with me again. 1 second. I don't need us seeing all that. Not all that. Yeah. Wife got the whole hotel room set up. And I wanted to show y'all something, but I didn't do it in time. Let me see if I actually. Okay, so this is my wife. And if you go on her page, those who know her, none of her posts is about men ain't shit. She ain't got the sisterhood posts. She's always smiling. She always seems full of life. All of her pictures, she always seems happy. She always seems joyful. And I'll be looking at her like, damn, is it really that bad out there? What they say lost 106,000 jobs. Is it really that bad? But look, hold on. Hold on. It's my wife, y'all. Kids taken care of. Got beautiful kids. Got a beautiful wife. Got the Supreme Elite team. The new culture rocking with me. Man, I don't care, man. Life is going to continue to treat me good because I do good when I have to. And I don't fuck over good people. That's why opportunities will always keep coming my way. But let's shout out to everybody in the building. Hasir, shout out to everybody in the building. Let's do this. Hey, y'all, don't start laughing either, y'all. It ain't funny. It ain't funny. Don't laugh either. Let's talk about this for a second.
On this app because I have a day job. A real.
Well, that didn't age well because I no longer have a day job, a real job. I was laid off from my job, my 6-figure job in tech.
Oh, got a 6-figure job? It's pretty solid right there. Damn.
About 2.5 or 3 weeks ago.
My sisters, everything you did
Let him cook.
is finna come back on you because they have people in place, government-wise, to show you we used you to destroy the village. I see the girl. We are the most educated. Yes, they sold you a degree that ain't finna be worth. Yeah.
Now listen, I'm not about to sit here and make light and make fun, even though if the shoe was on the other foot, they would have been celebrating. Just like they celebrated Kevin Samuels' death. Just like it seems like certain groups of people always seems to celebrate when a particular race of men. Fuck, that don't gotta be politically correct. When black men seem to take a fall, it seems to incite some type of joy. Now, let's run it down. I remember hearing we're more entrepreneurs, most educated. You don't need a man. Why would I get married now? I got a PhD. Men ain't shit. And the list goes on. And black sisters lost 106,000 more jobs than all the jobs lost, I think, in April of the past few months. And you could search TikTok, they are all crying. And the thing that's getting me is one particular lady said that black men should come to their aid now. But you wasn't saying that when you had your job, when you didn't need them. Now that you down bad, I'm pretty sure a lot of women out there could use this little $2,000. Instead of me buying some Dior kicks, a Montclair shirt, some Purple Label jeans, I can put it to good use and donate it to the sisters that really need it. Instead of giving my money to them foreign corporations. Not at gunpoint. I thought you didn't need no scrubs. We never said y'all didn't need us. Y'all said y'all didn't need us. And y'all the ones that push for this equality. Y'all the ones that said you didn't need a man. Now, why do you think a lot of people are complaining now about losing their jobs? Want to know why? Because there's no man to go home to carry the load until they find another one. You wish you had a man now, don't you? Like if my wife lost her job, she'd probably be mad. But she damn sure wouldn't be going online making the calls. Want to know why? Want to know why she wouldn't be mad? Because she has a man she can fall back on. Duh. 1 second. She has a man she can fall back on. She knows if she ain't got it, at least my husband got it. You know, he can carry the weight. And she's not so much of a user or gold digger as they want her to be. She will purposely go back to work just so she can help me. Not that I need it, but she doesn't want to feel useless. She wants to feel like she's contributing, whatever that means. Although, now notice something. I'm paying all the majority of the bills, but I get whatever. But she don't want to feel worthless. But for the longest, I heard that you didn't need a man. That's what I thought. You don't need a man. You don't need a man's help. 106,000 jobs were lost. Like, what do you want us to do? Y'all left the negotiating table. What do you want us to do? Why are they all looking for us now? Well, what you looking for? What you want us to do?
Well, guys, it looks like Kevin Samuels predicted it right because winter is here for my
Federal contracting job. Lady, you should have seen the writers on the wall months ago. Remember all those contracting jobs that couldn't be solidified by Doge? You should have been got up out of there. You should have seen the writers on the wall. Federal contracting job. Right.
modern women.
It is time for women to come back to the table and come clean. $15 trillion pumped into the economy. There is no more money. There's about to be not a global recession, a global reset. Winter is coming.
Y'all, my corporate job just fired me. I went in today all nicely dressed like I am. And, they sat me down and told me they were letting me go. After 6 years at this company, I am no longer there. The reason, before y'all even get, to thinking that it was because of something that I posted on here, it was not. It was because of budget cuts. And not only was I let go, but others were too. So, yeah, that. Still some.
Why did it matter about others being let go? Does that change? Does that make you feel better? Does that change anything? Why did that even have to, what? You see what I'm saying? Why does it matter that someone else was let go when you were let go too? Why did you have to throw that out there? You lost your job.
Surprising to me. I mean, I immediately asked in my, exit, just want to make sure.
There you go, right there. Instead of saying, well, thank you for giving me the opportunity, you want to know why you got fired. Like that's going to change anything. I told y'all they always want to know why when it's not something that they want to hear. I told you they never, when it's something that benefits them or something that they want to hear, they never ask for a question. They never ask for clarity. It's the same playbook, even in the most minute circumstances. She wanted to know why she was getting let off. Like any answer that they gave her would have changed the circumstances. Clarity. Okay, what is clarity going to get you? So you wanted to be assured that it wasn't because of your job performance why they got fired. Lady, do you not understand that they use budget cuts to mask the real reason why they lay people off? That's the number one excuse that they give. Budget cuts. Duh. You asking why you got laid off. I would, you know what I would have done? I'd be like, you know what? Well, I want to thank you for the opportunity. Hey, can I use you as a reference? So now it worked for me. Let me see if I can, can I at least put in a good word for me? Because if she wanted to make sure it wasn't for a performance and she was asking just to see if she could secure a reference, I understand that. But let me see if she talks about that.
This is not about performance. And they clarified this is not about your performance. This is solely based on, us not getting the grants and these things that we thought we were getting. And
so basically, you feel better about being fired because they told you it was budget cuts. So you say you and a few other people. Do you know that when it's a budget cut, they just don't fire you and a few other people? It's called massive layoffs. Like when they're closing down this store, so everybody at that store is laid off, it's a massive layoff. But you and just a few other people, that's more aligned with the, you know what? we ain't got time to keep dealing with this person, these people. And their jobs are not that important for us to keep. Why are we keeping their salary on the books? Let's get rid of them. Now, some might argue and say that's a budget cut, but guess what? If you were really vital to the company, they would have found room in the budget to keep you. So you know your job is not that important because anytime there's a budget cut issue, you're on the chopping block. There are some people's position and their performance is so high that regardless of the budget cuts, they'll find a way to keep them on the books. So you sitting here with this false sense of security like it wasn't your performance to make yourself feel better about getting laid off. Lady, I don't know you to judge you, but just from what I'm gathering here, they probably just got tired of your ass. Your possibility.
Us having to cut back. And so I had to write it all down as they were talking because I had to make sure, like, what?
There you go, right there. She had to write it all down. So probably during that interview, she was probably asking questions that didn't matter. Probably was getting a little combative. She sounded like she is very passive aggressive. She gives off the typical strong Black woman. She gives off that energy, and she has to write it down why she's getting laid off because she has to make sure that it wasn't for her performance. Well, what if they did say it was your performance? What would you have said or done in that moment that would have changed anything? What could you have said? What if it was your performance? Because the reality is, majority of our sisters never think that they'll do anything wrong. They don't think their performance. They tend to see the world through the lens that they want to see it. They tend to see the world through the lens of how they're viewing it, but they never see the world through the lens of how it's coming off, how they come off. She comes off as super passive aggressive. I'm just going to be straight up. She comes off as super passive aggressive, super argumentative, super I need clarity, super I demand a reason, just super all that. So she could smile all she wants, but the reality is you got laid off. That's just the reality. Let's see if she talks about what her husband thinks.
What after 6 years?
I just got back from
6 years, and now you get laid off for budget cuts? 6 years? Been at that job for almost a decade. Yeah, they wasn't fucking with you no more. That's all that was.
my hot girl walk, which was about 3.5 miles. So, you know, walked around downtown Minneapolis. But real quick, I go through like ups and downs of like the morning and of losing my job. And in some moments, I am so happy and so free, and I'm super excited. And in other moments, I am so depressed and so disappointed in how much I put into something and it didn't work out.
108,000.
You know, what I failed to hear is how they talked it over with their husband, which they're playing, how they gonna bounce back. I refuse to believe that what's this number? 108,000 Black women that got laid off were not married to a significant other. There cannot have been 106, 108,000 single Black women getting laid off. It can't be that bad.
Black women have lost their jobs or been terminated within the last few months. I'm a part of that group. FAMU is under attack by putting a Black woman that has no no experience in higher education.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Go.
What if recording
Damn it.
high quality content, editing like a pro, and streaming like a star was as simple?
Can I talk to her by myself?
Yeah, happened.
Just ask her to stay here tonight.
Hold on.
So, yeah, well, we're gonna.
What happened? Oh man. Hold on, y'all.
Within the last few months, I'm a part of that group. FAMU is under attack by putting a Black woman that has no experience in higher education.
No, not attacking the Black woman. That's what I wanted. Black woman in position of power. Nah, don't go after the sister like that. That's what y'all wanted. You cannot go against the sisterhood now because you lost your job. Don't be a poor sport. No. 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 Don't do that. Don't do that. Remember, Black women education in higher, y'all love it. Y'all champion it. Why you not mad at her? See? It's all it takes for them to switch up. It's for them not to get what they want. Now she taking shots at the other Black queen. Nah, don't take shots. Nah, don't do that.
Is a Trump supporter in.
Oh, that's why. Oh, a Trump. Oh, I get it now. So the sisterhood only tolerates you when you think how the mass, but now they think. What's good, Poppy Blanco? Richard. What's good, Rich? What's good, all y'all? What's up, family? Hold on, though. Hold on. I need some help with this. Why you going against the sisterhood like that? Why? Oh. Why you going against the sisterhood like that? Don't go against the sisterhood like that. Oh, shit. Sorry. Don't go against. Don't go against the sisterhood like that. But that ain't it. Do not go against the sisterhood like that. Don't go. Why? Oh, now. So basically, the sisterhood. Well, yeah. It's y'all one cohesive unit. This is what I think. What needs to happen though for you to be the sisterhood. You have to have a deep level of resentment for men. You have to be scorned, a baby mama, a victim, whether it's the system, men, oppression, whether it's Jim Crow laws from 1965, some shape, form, or fashion, you got to be the victim. Because by being the victim, there's no room for accountability when you're the victim. Remember, when you're the victim, that means something happened to you. So if something happens to you, there's no logical reason for a victim to think they have to do anything to change. Remember, they're the victim. So you got to be that. You got to do identity. You got to vote with identity politics. You have to take her side no matter what. Do you look at all those different things that you got to do or the mind state that you have to be in constantly to be accepted in the sisterhood? But what you can't be and still be part of sisterhood is you can't be happy. You can't be happily married or with your significant other. You can't codepend on a man. You can't be under his leadership. You see what I'm saying? You can't do none of it. You can't be that and be part of the sisterhood. And for the ones who are married that still champion the sisterhood, you just tell on yourselves, your ass ain't happy. We ain't gonna keep, yeah, that's all that is.
Is politically aligned to do his bidding at the institution.
So she's blaming the black sister and her alliance with Donald Trump as being incompetent. Because notice how she just said that she was incompetent with higher education, but she never gave any examples on her incompetency. The only thing she said was he's a Trump supporter. So supporting a certain political party equates to being incompetent. I see why you got laid off.
Meanwhile, other public HBCUs are under attack for funding. Look at A&T, Tennessee State, and privately held HBCUs are trying to keep their motherfucking head above water. Black women and black men are fleeing the country in droves and going to other countries.
Hold on. Where she ain't quote no stats. So let's look this up. Let's look this up. She said HBCUs has let's see. The question was, has President Trump donated significantly to HBCUs? President Trump, Donald Trump as president, oversaw significant federal funding directed towards HBCUs. However, whether he personally donated significantly to HBCUs is a separate matter. The Future Act President Trump signed into law, securing $255 million in permanent annual funding for HBCUs and increasing funding for Pell Grants, which benefit many HBCU students. Increased funding. His administration provided more than $100 million for scholarship, research, and centers of excellence at HBCUs land grant institution. Disaster relief. He provided $322 million in hurricane-related relief to 4 HBCUs. Initiative. He moved the federal HBCU initiative to the White House for direct oversight. Equity access. His administration worked to ensure faith-based HBCUs had equal access to federal support. And $255 million annually. Meaning every January 1st, HBCUs get 255 M's. And this is what happens when you adopt the sisterhood mentality. Oh, here's another thing that you can't do and be a part of sisterhood. All logic has to go out the window. All logic, critical thinking, independent thinking has to go out the window. Now, let me see what she just said again.
Tennessee State, and privately held is politically aligned to do his bidding at the institution. Meanwhile, other public HBCUs are under attack for funding. Look at A&T, Tennessee State, and privately held HBCUs are trying to keep their motherfucking head above water. Black women.
Now, because I watched the whole thing when they had all the HBCU presidents of students at the White House with Trump when he signed it into law. Remember when they was praying over him? Hold on. Let's just go ahead. Watch this. Watch this. This is at the HBCU when they all met at the office. Yeah, this is when he signed it into law. All HBCU alums and students. Huh? This is when he brought him to the office. I mean, to the White House. To personally fund them. Because HBCUs asked for a number. He said, nah, that number is too low. He gave them more. If they asked for like 100 million, he said that's too low. Hmm? Hmm? Huh? 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 And he's getting all this done without Congress. Executive order. He signed that into law. HBCUs get 255 M's annually. So if there's any shortage of money, I don't think there's a shortage of money at all because it was moved to the White House for his overseeing. I don't think there's a shortage of money at all. I don't think there's a shortage of money at all. Huh? Donald Trump signed for the HBCUs a law. Huh? And signed it into law. What the hell going on? I don't know what the hell she talking about, but I think she was way misinformed. Talking through feelings.
And Black men are fleeing the country in droves and going to other countries like Thailand and China.
Where? If they going, they're going to get away from your ass. They're going to get away from your ass. Where they going? You don't see black men complaining like this every day. Black men are doing good. 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 The Pew Research Center reports that a significant portion of black adults, 64%, say they currently earn enough to do just read a post where a woman was feeding the stereotype that black men are broke, have no ambition. I'm making this post to show that the idea that black men are doing better than ever is true. There's a statistic out there that 70% or more single black men are middle income. That's more. Black men out-earn black women across the board. Matter of fact, men out-earn women all across the board, no matter what demographic. Black men earn more than black women on average. So where's all this entrepreneur? We making more? Where? You can't say OnlyFans. It's so saturated. Why they gonna pay you $30 a month when they got this shorty over there doing it for $2.99 a month? I mean, where's it at? I don't see it. I don't see it. How black women doing better than black men? Where?
and even back to Africa.
By May 8th, 2025, 106,000 Black women lost their jobs, including me. And those of us that's been out here trying to.
Yo, the repo game is crazy. Black women getting their shit repo left and right. Yo, it's gotten so bad for our Black sisters. It's gotten so bad that they even go into court claiming to be a sovereign citizen now. They go to court saying, I rescinded the contract.
You're rocking with the best.
Hey, they go to they yo.
To find work again, it's basically just been non-existent. And I'm starting to feel like this is by design.
What I tell you? What did I tell you? It's all the proverbial, the perpetual victims by design. It's all part of an elaborate scheme to keep the Black woman down. Although damn near the family courts benefit y'all, welfare was benefiting y'all. Y'all had all the freedoms y'all had. You can abort your baby whenever you want. You can choose not to be a parent whenever you want. But a man doesn't have that choice. I mean, what? Let me ask yourselves a question. Why do y'all think y'all are so important that the whole world has to huddle up and concoct a plan to keep you? Why do y'all think y'all that important? Like nobody gives a damn really about y'all. What y'all think, how y'all feel. Like we the only ones that even entertain it. The white man don't give a shit. The Spanish man don't give a shit. The Asian man don't give a shit. Nobody else gives a damn about y'all and y'all feelings except Black men. Because we the only ones that are entertaining. When y'all make these posts, y'all think y'all crying to the white man? You think they crying to the white man? You think they crying to the Spanish man? You think they crying to the Indian man? That Middle Eastern man? Who they making these? Who they crying to? They only got two people to cry to. Each other and us. Because don't nobody give a damn about y'all like we do. At least we still give a damn. Them other genders, I mean, they don't give a shit about y'all. They got their own women to worry about. And they ain't coming to your aid. So all y'all talk about this, I'm going to find me a white man. Yeah, whatever. Same results. It's bad enough that 1 out of 3 y'all, 1 out of 4 y'all going to marry a Black man. What are the odds y'all think y'all going to marry a non-Black man? With the attitudes that y'all have today. See, ladies, let me just break something down to y'all. I'm just gonna be let me just be something with you. Let me break something down to you. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. A man could be a bum in his 20s. He could be a bum in his 30s. If by the age 45 he turns it around, making great money, got his own house, owns his own vehicle, making smart investments, that man has options at 45. Ladies, those options are not the same for y'all when y'all get 45. That's just the reality. Those options are not the same for y'all. Y'all don't have as many bites at the apple as men do. And to be honest with you, men don't even really hit their financial stride till they're in their 40s anyway. Men don't really hit their financial strides till later in life. Ladies, y'all more valuable than us when you're in your younger years, of course. But as you get older and older, men are more valuable. Y'all don't have the same options. Those are the different standards that's just been the norm forever. But y'all don't have as many options as you do, as you think, as you get older. Hope you don't really think you do.
Because there are over 100,000 women, Black women like me, who have the same story, who has applied for over 300 plus jobs and just.
You wouldn't be going through this if you wouldn't have thrown your man away. You ain't no fucking victim. Sitting there big as hell on the couch, crying about, where's your husband? This is the time that you need your husband, to lean on him. But you decided to be uncovered out here. You decided to not be under the tutelage of a man. You fell for the okie doke. You fell for the propaganda. You fell for all these movements that didn't benefit you. You told yourself that by going to school, getting a degree, you won't need a husband, instead of going to school, getting your degree, and finding your husband. And I talk to my daughters every day so they won't end up like this. I say, find your husband while you are in college. That's you going for your education, and to come home talking about, daddy, we're engaged. I made that a requirement. Find your husband in college. That's a requirement. Y'all left. We didn't tell y'all to leave. Now that you independent, you can't blame men. And this is what's highlighted. Black men are not to blame for this now. Black men has nothing to do with this. Nope. We're not to blame. The reality is setting in is that, as we tried to tell y'all, they used y'all for a specific purpose. And once they were done with you, they do it like they do everybody else. They chew you out, chew you up, spit you out, feed you to the wolves. Because here's the thing. Let's be honest. Let's be real about it. What do they really need y'all for? DEI programs are ended. So meaning they was getting federal fundings to hire y'all because you kept complaining about inequality. That's ended. Welfare, they pulled the okie doke on y'all with the Section 8. You thought that you could continue just to have babies, just to stay on Section 8. They're cutting those programs back from 2 to 3 years. So while you was relying on the government to keep housing over your head, you never went back to get more education, more knowledge. Most of them never did that. Shout out to the ones who did and got off it, because that's the whole point of getting off it one day, not relying on it for housing for the rest of your life. And then when the kids get older, you're not leaving no home, no nothing behind. So food stamps cut, welfare cut. But these were the same programs that you threw your family away for. Remember? Oh, you can't get in this warehouse. You can't get in this Section 8 if there's a man in the house. So what did y'all do? You started petty arguments with him to give a reason to kick him out so you can move into that Section 8 by yourself. Y'all chose government assistance over the family. Y'all chose it. Y'all did this. And black men are supposed to just come back and welcome you with open arms when y'all have not shown no grace to black men over the 40 years. Y'all there to pick apart their every shortcomings. Y'all were there to fucking kick them while they were down. Y'all were there to, remember y'all used to always say to black men, so what? Do better. You the man, right? So if black men start to say, so what? Do better. You want to be independent, right? You went to school, you got that degree that you don't need a man, right? So what? Do better. But we'll be the bad guys if we started really pushing that out there. Y'all just want it y'all way. That's the reality. Y'all just want it y'all way. Y'all don't want it, just everything has to be y'all way. And when you don't get your way, you throw temper tantrums and start blaming everybody for your shortcomings.
Just not getting it, not getting any replies. There's just no feedback. Or you get the emails that says, hey, we have chosen someone else that has been more qualified for the job, even though my experience and my education fits the job description perfectly.
That doesn't mean you fit them. Yeah, you may fit the qualifications to apply for the job, but do you fit the culture? Do you fit them? I'll be honest with y'all. A lot of my sisters, y'all just are not likable. Y'all just not likable people. See, we know how to deal with y'all. But other races, y'all just rub too many people the wrong way. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all loud, y'all like nobody, they don't know how to deal with that. Even with all my felonies on my record, you know one thing that at the interview stage, at the interview process, I would turn my felonies and the conversation would be totally, by the time the interview's done, we done sat 20 more minutes over talking sports and life. He got to look at his watch like, oh man, hold on, we run out of time. yeah. Hey man, everyone give you a call back. You're just not likable. It's just that proverbial attitude that y'all carry with y'all that's off-putting to other races. And I want to hear that. That's just me. Not when you're dealing with the world. Most black women, y'all just not people persons. Y'all just not people. Y'all not. I'm sorry, y'all just not.
And I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is the first time in a long time that I am actually starting to panic. You know, I came from nothing. I came from the bottom of the barrel. And I spent years building myself, educating myself, paying my way through college, going through a lot of experience to get to where I was.
So did I. I came home, been out of society for 8 years. Almost 9 years. Came home to nothing. I had nothing. Zero. Except the clothes on my back and the clothes and shoes that my mom kept in storage for me. From 2012. Didn't go back to college. No college degree. I had to literally get everything out the mud. Literally. If I needed to know this type of sector before I engage, I had to literally self-teach myself and make sure I was doing it the right way, because you could get misinterpretations. I literally had to self-teach myself. So not only did I have to learn the basics as you would learn in school, I had to self-teach myself that these bank examiners, these high-end financial institution, SPV trustee lawyers get when they get the on-the-job training. So I had to study 20 times more just to get one foot through the door. Because what I study, they don't teach in school. There's not a degree on any college's books that teaches what I had to learn. out the mud, literally.
In my career, for it just to be snatched away.
And that's why I did it my way. Because no matter what, you can't take it. You can't take what already, you can't take it here. And I wasn't reliant on a job with a degree for my livelihood. I made my own way. Literally every dollar out the mud. I didn't have the luxury to complain like this. Because if I was coming on live complaining like this, nobody would care. Nobody would care. Hey, you a man, figure it out. That's all they would tell me. Nobody cares. Fellas, nobody cares if you down bad. Now, you might have your close comrades, but nobody cares. You think anybody gives a damn about our plights? Think anybody gives a damn about what we going through? Nobody gives a damn.
And I don't know what I'm going to do. I am facing homelessness. I'm about to lose my car.
I have to finish writing this paper. I'm swamped.
Just get Grammarly. It's free.
Can it help with what I wrote last night?
Grammarly will catch all those spelling and grammar errors, and it'll help with the bigger stuff. Grammarly can also give you ideas to make your writing better. Add more back.
I can't pay on my credit card, so my credit is about to take a severe hit. Dashing is not enough. It's just not enough money. There's so many people that are out here unemployed just like me.
Incredibly difficult to be a Black woman, but it's even more difficult.
So that's the problem right there. Dashing wasn't enough for her. So she stopped doing that. But dashing is better than nothing. You see? You see? The entitlement? Dashing wasn't good enough. But any money that you made off dashing would be more money that you have now. See, that's the problem. That's what separates the new culture empires from most other people. And majority of the Untouchables empire. We're going to do what we have to do. We're going to do what we have to do. If we got to eat shit for a while, we're going to eat shit and learn how to love the taste of it until we're in the position where we can do what we want. But we're not going to sit there, I don't want that. As a man, we can't have that attitude. If dashing is all that's available, we're going to do a couple hours, we're going to do that. If I got to get a little hustle here, we're going to, we see what I'm saying? The pride and ego of our everyday sisters is amazing. Dashing is not good. Because you don't want to go get your hands dirty for the time being because you feel that your degree makes you too good for it. So you sitting on your ass waiting for one of those air AC conditioning jobs, sitting behind a desk doing nothing to call you back. Because a lot of jobs that's manual labor, they're hiring right now. Why don't you go beat FedEx? Nah, you don't want to deliver packages. You too good for that right now. Delivering packages for FedEx is too good for you now. Any job that you got to use your hands is too good for you now. You want to get back on your feet the way you want to get back on your feet. Well, guess what? When life starts to make decisions for you, you got to take the good apples, throw away the spoiled ones. But the moral of the story is you don't just throw the apples away because that's not what you want. You got to take the apples, process it. This one's good. Yeah, I'll take that one. Nah, this ain't good. She don't even want to touch the bushel of apples. She don't even want to go near it. This is why, sisters, y'all are not equipped to lead. Y'all can't handle this pressure that's on y'all shoulders right now. Men, we used to this. Man, we used to this type of shit. Getting laid off 2 weeks. Getting laid off 2 weeks, the rent due. We getting laid off 2 weeks. You got to come up with the rent. Oh, man, we equipped for this. Fellas, we equipped for this. Shit, we got 2 weeks. We got to come up with $2,000 in 2 weeks. We hitting the pavement running. But one thing about it, we going to have that goddamn 2,000. With no any meat, we going to have that 2,000. If our kids, depending on that, their livelihood, we going to find that. We going to get that 2,000. And we going to get that. We going to get that 2,000. And that's the type of hunger and drive that, ladies, y'all not built to have. And if you have it, most you got it because you ain't got no other choice. It's called being a go-getter. But sitting around online complaining ain't gonna get the job done. And the damn sure ain't changing nothing. And all it is just sympathy. Oh, black woman plight. We fell again, y'all. Come on, come show us some sympathy. Let me read the comments and make myself feel better. That's all it is.
Difficult to be a Black woman who is not smiley. When I saw this article, I was shocked but not surprised, disappointed but yet.
That's your problem. You're not smiling. You going to work with a snobby ass attitude, probably entitled. You probably got a complaint about everything. You probably got to question everything. That's why. Most of y'all are not likable persons. Why do you think out of all the races, you never notice about all the races, you notice how they rather deal with the man instead of the women? You notice that? Fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about. You notice how people would rather talk to you instead of your girl? Yeah, remember that? Like, they rather deal with you. Is why I'm sorry, sisters, most of y'all are not likable people. Y'all give off very snobby, off-putting attitudes, whether if you realize you're doing it or not. For real, a lot of y'all just very not people. Y'all not people persons at all.
Can I really be that disappointed? Black women, especially those of us who voted overwhelmingly for a different option, we're going to face backlash on some level. The reality is that a lot of federal workers are or were Black women. I've been thinking a lot about how difficult it is.
Told you. What the fuck I just say? What the fuck I just say? Always the fucking victim. Now they're just attacking you because you voted for Kamala. And now we lost our job because of Kamala. Oh, they're just getting back at us because we voted for Kamala instead of Trump. I told you, look at they will never just accept it. You just got laid off. Whether it's job performance, budget cuts, you just got laid off. Why is this deep analytical reason for getting laid off? You just got laid the fuck off. Because all those jobs that y'all had, a lot of those jobs that y'all had weren't pretty much essential jobs. They were part of a government program to hire you. Once those programs ended, those were the end of your jobs. But to think that she got laid, like They care about her so much. They care about her so much. Her on the screen so much that they looked at her voter registration card and saw who she voted for and decided to get back at her because she voted for Kamala. This may be the shit that they would have done, but this is how ridiculous it is now. I told you, they're always the victim. It don't matter what it is. They're always going to be the proverbial
To
victim.
be a Black woman at work, especially when you are not a smiley Black woman. I am her. She is me. I am not a smiley Black woman. Blame it on the Capricorn in me.
Told you. I'm not a smiling Black woman. So in your office, you're off-putting like that. Nobody don't want to approach you, don't want to say nothing to you. That can indirectly bring the energy around your co-workers down. I'm not a smiling Black woman. I can't fake it. I'm not a smiling Black woman. But now you're making this. See, now she's really making this video deep down inside because she really knows why she got fired. She's trying to dress it up and make herself the victim in it. But she know why she got fired. Poor attitude. Poor, sum it all up, poor attitude. That's why she got fired. Poor attitude. I'm not smiling. Why wouldn't you at work? Why wouldn't you go to work, have fun, smile? Why wouldn't you? So basically, you're doing a job that you don't like anyway. Like, why wouldn't you? I mean, what's wrong with smiling? I told y'all, even smiling is offensive to them. They don't even want to smile. I told you, they are never happy. They are never happy. Like just smiling. Hey, what's up? Hey, how y'all doing? They don't even want to do that. They are miserable. No, really, they are miserable deep down inside. Like, they don't even want to smile.
Me. If you see me smiling and laughing, you know it's genuine. I can't fake it. In a workplace, especially during times like this when it's difficult to find work, it's going to be even more impactful. As a Black woman, you are expected to show up and put on a show. If you are not showy, if you are not smiley, it can be very difficult to advance. It can be difficult to get sponsored at work, promoted at work, to have your ideas and contributions recognized at work, all because you are not smiley. It's not okay for us to be serious. It's not okay for us to be neurodivergent. My question is for
No, it's not the fact that you're not smiling. It's the fact that you're a bitch. That's all it is. I can look at you now and tell you are a bitch to deal with. That's just what it boils down to. You are another snobby attitude. Just snobby. Look at her talk. Just snobby. A lot of y'all got just snobby ass attitudes for reasons that have already started before you got to YouTube. Y'all can sit there and blame the red pill man and all that. But I'll be honest with you, ladies. The red pill man ain't the cause of not the origins of y'all problems. Y'all problems started. Y'all problems with men started long before you ran into the red pill space. Stop trying to put it all off on them. I guarantee you, the origin of your hurt, if you do a deep dive into your life, I guarantee you the red pill space ain't gonna be there as far as the origin. I guarantee you, especially the red pill men that you never dated or dealt with. How could any person on the internet who you never dealt with, never dated, never had intimate contact with, how could they instill but back to you. You just like a snobby little bitch. That's what it just comes off as.
For us, what are we doing about it? How are we going to create spaces for ourselves to be ourselves? How are we going to?
That's the problem. That's why you're by yourself. That's the problem. This is why y'all in the position y'all in now. That same, let's create us our space to be our space. You don't hear nothing about a man being around. Hey, how about we come together and be good wives so we can find our husbands? You don't hear nothing about that. It's all, what can we do? How can we come together so we can stay single? You ain't doing shit about it. You're just talking. You ain't doing shit about it. You're just talking. And y'all, shout out to Dating Right. Shout out to Dating Right, the content creator who put this video together. Shout out to Dating Right. Y'all, I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link in this video. So I'm gonna drop the link to it for the whole thing.
Create markets and industries that allow us to not just survive, but to thrive and to grow.
You already have those opportunities. That's what happened with the feminist movement. When they started changing all the laws for y'all, what more do you want? What fucking more do you want? God damn it.
And to create and to be really strategic about the way that we use our dollars and the way that we move in this economy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep skipping.
And I get what this woman's trying to say, but that still is no excuse to not be cordial.
Look, there you go. When I'm out in public with my wife, not all of our sisters, because a lot of us we run across are very pleasant, especially the older Black sisters we run across. They are so pleasant, just a joy to be around. But women our age, this is what you see. The resting bitch face. This is just how they just look. That's what I'm saying. Their demeanor is just off-putting. Now, if you're in a work environment, look at that face. Look at that face. There's nothing happy about it. There's no joy associated with it. There's nothing. There's no joy. There's no happy. There's just nothing there. Just, I hate life.
Or at least smile at work. A lot of times, as soon as there's an issue, they're looking to cut some people off. They want to save some money in the budget. Those unhappy, non-smiling people are going to be the first ones to go. So I don't like her excuse about that. When it's time to make those cuts, yeah, they're going to get rid of the most unpleasant person in the room first. Like, that's to be expected. If there's 12 employees and you got to get rid of 10 or 8 of them, you're going to get rid of the ones who are not as pleasant to be around. You talking about it's hard for you to even smile at work. It sounds like you don't want to be there anyway.
I just got let go from my job as part of organizational shifts and return to office. As you guys know, I have been a remote employee for the past 5 years, really since the beginning of the pandemic. And I'm crying not because I'm sad that I got let go. Obviously, the instability of losing an income always sucks. What sucks most about being let go is somebody taking control out of your hands. I always preach internally and here at home that we have got to be the people in the driving seat of our futures, of our careers. And when a company takes that control out of your hands, it sucks because all of a sudden the plan that you had, the roadmap that you were on board for is gone. Now you've got to start over. And this is why you've always got to have a plan B, a plan C, and most importantly, an emergency fund.
$1,000 to the first person to make an SOP for the new hire. 1 hour.
An emergency fund. Ladies, y'all know damn well y'all can't save a penny you found on the ground. Y'all credit, you get approved for your credit card. You activate your credit card Monday at 12 p.m. By 3 o'clock is already maxed out. Get out of here.
I'm gonna say black fatigue, so TikTok can push out this video because that's what's trending. But I want to talk about the unemployment rate within Black women. Now, the month-over-month increase in unemployment rate is at 1%. However, that 1% is high. So we went from 5.1% to 6.1%. Now, the unemployment rate in white males also increased by 1%, but their unemployment rate is low. It's like in the 3s or something like that. So let's talk. Do y'all think the U.S. is trying to wage a silent war against Black women because they know if they was to say something and make it loud?
Told you. And I knew this was coming. It's always some elaborate scheme to destroy them. I told you, it's always some elaborate scheme. It's always an elaborate scheme. The U.S. is silently attacking Black women. Told you, got to be the victim. Got to be the victim. Got to be the victim somehow. That's the only way they can make sense of reality is from a victimhood standpoint. That's sad.
We would combat it. But I think they're trying to do it silently. We
combat what? What y'all gonna do? Y'all don't even like each other. What y'all gonna do is one Black woman united front. Y'all don't even like each other. Y'all backbite each other, talk shit about each other. You really don't like each other. Y'all hate on each other. What are you combating? What y'all gonna come together and combat? Besides Black men. Y'all don't even like each other. Shit is a front. What are you talking about?
We are the strongest group of demographic people in the United States.
Is any part of this video show strong? All that shows is a bunch of complaining and crying and whining. What are you talking about strong? That's the problem right there. We're the strongest. That's your number one problem right there. You want to be strong.
Think about it. The Latin community, they voted against their own self-interest.
What makes you think they voted against their self-interest? How can you say the Latin community voted against their self-interest? The Latin community voted how they wanted to vote. They voted for what's in their best interest. The Latin community did not vote based on identity politics. Latin community wasn't parading around, I'm voting for Kamala no matter what because she's a Black woman. Huh? That's what y'all were doing. What are you talking about? How they vote against their self-interest? Y'all vote against your self-interest every time, and it bites you in the ass, and you come back on video talking about, oh, it's a grand conspiracy.
I think even at a higher rate within each other, they are divided. White women are divided.
They're not divided. White women, listen, Black women, let me just tell y'all this. For decades, white women has been using y'all as their little pit bulls to push their agenda. They use the loud, mad Black woman on the forefront to be with the bullhorn screaming while they behind kicking shit up in the back.
White males are divided. Black males is not as strong as us in their numbers and how they vote. We have.
Do you see this shit? She sounds ridiculous.
The strongest united front, and that's dangerous. And then we're also educated, and that's dangerous.
Okay.
So I think they're trying to silently knock us down because they are adding jobs at a higher rate than our unemployment rate. And they're not caring about us. They're not talking about Black women that's losing their jobs. Like Black women lost 106,000 jobs in the month of April alone. And we are typically the head of household. They're not talking about it. I know we're on break, but this is something that we need to talk about. It's a lot of us.
This sounds so ridiculous. It doesn't even warrant a response. It sounds so ridiculous. It's so much that this is what happens when you live in delusion. This is another delusionary. I got to tell myself this instead of dealing with reality. This is so much of delusion. I'm going to keep going.
We all have a group think sometimes when it's in our best interest, and we're all educated. We can get together and let's figure this stuff out. Let's talk about it. Let's get this trending. I don't care what that white woman's talking about. I don't care about her. Let's talk about this because we are taking care of these kids. When these kids are hungry, they're looking to us. When they need something, they are looking to us, mama. So let's talk about how we're going to get these Black
women. They are doing the same thing to us that they did to Black men 40 years ago, which is pushing us out of the workforce.
Are you in charge of getting your company compliant with DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and ready for CMMC certification for
That's what they did to Black men. And that
to get these Black
women, they are doing the same thing to us that they did to Black men 40 years ago, which is pushing us out of the workforce.
Facts. Come on. Hey, fat. Give me her. Okay. All right.
That's what they did to Black men. And that is what caused the major divide within our community with regards to the gender wars. We saw Black men the way they wanted us to see them because they didn't have the upward mobility that we had because of our jobs that we were able to get in the federal government. For one, the federal government was one of the biggest job employers for Black women, and
that's it. Federal government and retail. That's it.
Pushing us out left and right. We lost more jobs last month than any other demographic. And those jobs are not coming back. And if they come back, they're not going to give them to us. I don't care what degree you got. Because you can see right now, they don't care nothing about those degrees. As soon as we started getting it, they ain't mean anything anymore. I say this to say we going to have to work with Black men. Whatever grief you got with Black men, get over it. It's time for us to work together. We need them and they need us. And this is just more proof of that.
And she said something very important in there, guys.
Facts. It's the only lady that's came and talked with some sense. That y'all need to come back to the negotiation table. Cause all this here crying, hey, Black women, what can we do on our own? That's the problem. Y'all always think y'all can do everything on your own. They sold y'all a dream that y'all can go to 12 years of schooling and be a mom and be a wife and be an entrepreneur. Like you could do it all. You could just do it all. Now reality is hitting you right in the face. Now, told you, anytime there's an outcome that's not favorable to them, what did I say? It's always some scheme to purposely keep a Black man down, a Black woman down. Hey, they using our playbook, ain't they?
We saw Black men the way they wanted us to see them because they didn't have the upward mobility that we had because of our jobs that we were able to get in the federal government, for one.
When these Black women started to get job status on a federal and corporate level, they thought they was better than these blue.
There you go. As soon as they got that job through federal grants to hire them, because you know they had to get a lot of federal grants to even put y'all in position to get a job anyway. Hope you know that. Y'all wasn't working, getting it out the mud. Y'all got in, y'all got a little booster. You got a little booster. A booster. You know, a booster seat, you just like pat you on your ass, the little booster joint, like that's how you got them jobs anyway. But look at all these federal workers, federal contract or corporate jobs. Look how they were on the job.
For one, when these black women started to get job status on a federal and corporate level, they thought they was better than these blue.
Look, oh, you so happy. Laser girl jobs on my face. All I do is copy and paste the same emails, take 3 or 4 calls a day, take my extra long break, take more breaks and get a nice salary. Look at you now. Look at you now. So don't cry now. This is the problem. They not crying now. They not crying. They wasn't crying here. Look, she not crying here. She is not crying here. She's so happy here. But as soon as they get laid off on the job, because like, hold on, we paying you, and what are you doing again? Yeah, we can put that, allocate that money elsewhere. Now they want to come cry on the internet. This is why I don't take them seriously, nor do I have sympathy for them.
Collar, average black men. And that's the character flaw that's got these women financially scrapped and single today.
I don't post the content that I know that would make me popular on this app because I have a day job. Well, that didn't age well because I no longer have a day job, a real job.
Flexing that you had a real job. Now look at you.
I was laid off from my job, my 6-figure job in tech.
And that was a good job too, though. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a day. I'd be tight too. See, the thing about me, I would never be without income. Because what I have up here is too valuable. It's literally too valuable. I took the time to understand what I know and converted it into money by using this. As long as you use this, you'll never be without.
2.5 or 3 weeks ago. And it's been very interesting. I know that that's happening to a lot of people on this app. A lot of me and my mutuals have talked about it on live, but I haven't made like an official video, so a lot of people still don't know. But I'm not sad about it. I'm relieved. I will be talking more about this on my YouTube channel, and I also will have a new series coming up documenting my newfound period of unemployment. So,
do you think that there's a coincidence that now that Black women are the most educated?
All right, man. So if we're going to be honest, they're not the most educated group in America. According to the U.S. Census, it's Asians, white women, then Black women.
Got to do a little investigation. I got to do a little investigation. Black women, according to the National Center of Education, one of it says that they are. Despite these achievements, Black women do not have the highest overall educational attainment compared to gender race group in the U.S. For instance, well, let's just go right here. So this is, let me just, been updated for 4 years. It's been viewed 100,000 times, but the mean starts has been viewed in. It's summarized, compared with Black women. Black women are highly educated. Yes, y'all highly educated, but Black men still make more money. So y'all the jobs. Listen, it's psychology, some type of communications. It's never no like the jobs that pay more. Well, let me just go back to here and just see what the census say, and we'll just go with. So white, Asian women, white woman, American and Black woman.
So if we're going to be honest, they're not the most educated group in America. according to the U.S. Census. It's Asians, white women, then black women. So I can't, I mean, this proof pretty much rules out your comment, but much respect though.
Black women are the most educated when it comes to getting degrees, but the issue is we're being educated in careers that do not pay well, period. Right?
That's why you see the term of the basking weaving degrees. The average majors with the lowest median earnings for African Americans: industrial arts, consumer services and recreation, psychology and social work, and arts, or some African American studies shit. Look, y'all not in the jobs that pay most. So y'all was sitting there, oh, we're the most, got the most degrees. How much you make a year? 52,000? Man, I pissed 52,000 in income. I think I spend that shit. 52,000 a year. What have I accumulated over the first January, February, March, April? No, January to February, February to March, March to April, April to May. We'll have $115,880.06 is what I've cleared in 2025 so far. Money that's hit my account. $115,880.06 is what I've made so far this year. So every time I hear a woman come on the panel talking about, well, I'm more educated than you, I sit there and be like, okay. This is a yearly salary right here. This is a yearly salary right here. $115,880.06. What I made it from January to May. No, I got receipts, right? You know, in your bank account, you get your monthly statements. That's more than any of these degrees. So I ain't go back to school. For what?
Right? That's really what the main issue is. So here's a study by Georgetown, and it's saying that only 5% of all African Americans major and study in architecture or engineering. And then you can see all of the other majors up here, right? So here are the highest paying majors: business, health, computer, statistics, and math, architecture and engineering. And then here are the lowest paying, right? So here are the real stats of what we're actually making in our careers. So if we want to actually make a lot of money, we have to work in the careers and industries that are going to pay us well.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, my sisters.
Now that I use Monday service, AI makes solving tickets my form of meditation.
The roosters are coming home. My sisters, everything you did is finna come back on you because they have people in place government-wise to show you we used you to destroy the village. Now we really have no use for you no more. Your daddy ain't there. Your husband ain't there. Your son is raised wrong. Your daughter is watching you twerk. You have done what we wanted you to do well in destroying the village. The father of your child is probably in court with you over nothing. We have used you to the same way, like back in the day, Eve ate from the forbidden tree. Right. This is the same thing. You ate from the forbidden tree. You went and used a system that destroys you to destroy your family. And now, with this administration in, they have no use for you. Remember all the female black mayors and everything that was happening and all like that?
Yeah.
They ain't got no use for that shit no more. I see the girl. We are the most educated. Yes, they sold you a degree that ain't finna be worth. Yeah. You who have aged out and fell for the sucker shit in destroying your village, your family, and yourselves, the only thing you can do is try to tell your children, don't do what I did. All you women 40, 50, 60, it's over for you. You need to explain to your children, don't do what I did. Don't go around here talking about you don't need a man publicly.
Okay, so about 3 weeks ago, this girl came on this app, right? And she told us about how she had lost her job, and because she had lost her...
I couldn't have said it better.
Of income, she was no longer going to be able to pay her rent, and therefore she was going to be homeless, right? And she told us about how she told her man, and her man told her, good luck, Chuck. No, for real. She said something to the effect of, like, you know, if I don't move in with you, I'm going to have to live out my car. And he said, a lot of millionaires have lived out of their car. And so, of course, the internet came together and they stoned that man because they were like, are you crazy? That is completely unhinged. Now, during this time, I had commented on somebody's video and I played devil's advocate. I was on his side. Now, hear me out. What he said, completely unhinged, disrespectful, rude. Like, yeah. But the idea that she wanted to move into him, a potential romantic partner, solely because she was in financial constraint, I just don't think that is a good idea ever. And that's like whether it was a man doing it to a woman or a woman doing it to a man. Also, from the way that she was describing the story, I could tell that, baby girl, there was something amiss there.
Because they never tell the story directly attributed. They're going to leave parts out that gives them any level of culpability, and they're going to make sure they add the parts in that make them be the victim. It's the age-old playbook. They never tell the full story. They never tell what they did. They never tell what they said. The way the story goes, in the context of a breakup, this is how the story goes. She was sitting at home, sitting Indian style, with cheese, with the crackers, with the gourmet cheese that she sliced down in little pieces to put on her crackers. She had organic tea. She just boiled in the pot. House is clean, spotless. Got his work clothes for the week already ironed and pressed in the closet for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Kids' rooms are clean. House smells beautiful. She's sitting watching a quilting thing on YouTube, Indian style, on the couch, and he just comes in and just starts beating her, being a tyrant.
You're rocking with the best.
Which I said,
One back from the top.
That's how the story goes. I'm telling you. Like, from that to the extreme, it's all left out. And that's what that's the story. Like, for no rhyme or reason. Now imagine that scenario I gave. What man is coming to the house, walking through, the aroma's good, house clean, she's sitting on car and cool. What's the first thing a man gonna normally do when you walk in the house? Oh shit, house smelling good. What's up, baby? Give me a kiss. Mwah. But nope, let them tell it. She did all that and just came in the house being a tyrant, start beating up on her, knocked the tea over, smacked the crackers out of her hand, ripped up the quilt, destroyed it, And that one singular incident was so bad that she just had to leave after 5 years. When you see these panels, that's how they tell the story every time.
And so, like I said, I had commented on somebody's.
And remember, you're not supposed to question it. Hear the word. This is the word that when they say this, you can never question. Abuse. Don't question. Oh, it was the police call, but don't question. I said abuse, right? Yeah, but I'm just don't say nothing back. All right, I'll just take the story. Okay, there you go. So yeah, as I was saying, I was being abused. Yeah, that's it. But you notice that when you start to pry deep, you notice how more agitated they start to get. You notice how and you ever been on the panel, you notice how they instantly go from victim to aggressor that fast? You notice how they go from victim to aggressor? When you start asking questions, start probing, notice how they go to the aggressor, started making sly remarks, being condescending, taking little shots.
This video that was talking about the situation, and I was like, I'm on his side. And the girls were peed. Okay, they were pissed. They were like, what?
Want to know why? This is the mindset. They're pissed off at her because she took the man's side, right? They didn't have any more information than she had. But what is the natural reaction? To believe all women, see it from a woman's standpoint, don't take no other sides into consideration. And he had the obligation to take her in. That's not his wife, it's just a woman he's dating. But they all expect wife treatment, even when they're just dating. As Kevin Samuel said, you cannot make this shit up. And this the shit Angry Man be talking about. Shout out to the Angry Man too. I fucks with the Angry Man. Shout out to the Angry Man too. But this is what you get.
It's that's supposed to be her man. He's supposed to want to, help her, take care.
Hey, hold on. Hey, ladies, any of y'all watching this show, you got laid off. Listen, that's all I got right now in my pocket. I'm issuing $500 loans for the next 4 people. Hit me up on the email. I got $500 a piece. All right. But I want $250 on top. And you got to pledge your deed, your auto, the title to your vehicle. You got to own the property outright. You got to pledge it over to me. All right. I need some collateral. But I got $500. I got for one, you need help paying your car note, getting your bills. I go one. I got $500. I got y'all. That's 2. I got $500. That's 3. $500. $500. 4. And I got $300. So I need 250, 750, 750, and I need on this 300, I need 200 back. Send me an email, Thomas. I loan y'all the money, but you got to have some property that's 750 or above. You got to pledge it over to me. I hold it in escrow till you pay me back. Give you about 2 weeks to make the payment back. All right. All right. So I'm gonna need, if you go buy 500 from me, 2 weeks, I need the 750 back. All right. I'm gonna try to help y'all out. I wish y'all didn't know I was going this. I would have took more out. I'm gonna try to help y'all out. If you really in the bind, you need a $7,000 more loan. Just hit me up. You're gonna sign the paperwork, and I'll lend y'all the money. Ladies, I will lend y'all the money. I will try to help you out the best way I can. I can't lend you everything I got, but I'll try to do the best I can to help out.
To the video, I said, it's something about people that end up in situations like this, and that's not all financial situations, but I'm saying that people that end up in these, like, I'm going to be homeless in 2 days situations, where it's like
why they always come online talking about they're going to be homeless in 2 days? Isn't online the last place you should be unless you're going in there looking for donations? Won't you just come online and say, yeah, I need some money?
the sky is always falling with these type of people. And you
hear that? The sky is always falling. I told you, it's always doom and gloom.
That's no shade. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just something that I've noticed. Whole time she came back, made a follow-up video, and he literally said, like, something is always wrong with you.
So basically he said, she made a follow-up video. He said that something is always wrong with you. I told you, it's always something. With the average sister, it's always something going on with them.
What he said, something's always wrong with you, and no tea, no shade, but it's not giving life. And he probably had a whole family, because he was spending months back in his home country because he was African or whatever. But he had a family over there. So, but
Sean, you weren't moving in with him? Hell nah. You weren't about to fuck up his mojo. Damn sure wasn't moving in with him.
That was a whole other story.
That man definitely had some other things going on, and he obviously wasn't trying to deal with her like that. He didn't see her as wifey material. He probably just saw her as the occasional jump off, and that's it.
So I made a video yesterday about the rising unemployment rates amongst Black women, and the response that I got was definitely very alarming. There were a lot of negative comments, and most of these comments were really coming from Black men who were saying,
yo, who the fuck is at my door? Hold on right quick. Yeah, I watched this. I'm out there. Who the fuck is at my door? Hold on. I'm gonna leave the camera on. I might hear something. Let me see who the fuck is out there.
saying things like it's because Black women have bad attitudes, it's because DEI, it's because AI is taking over, and many of which just miss the whole thing. Like, who cares? Nobody cares. It's time for Black women to be taken down a notch. And it was really alarming, because the point of me posting that statistic was to get us to think critically about what's really happening. But instead, a lot of the comments were really more mean and almost conspiracy theory type comments. And so I really want to talk about it.
So that's how they're growing so fast. They're hiring freelancers. Look what they're.
All right, y'all. So there you go. It was the typical, it was the typical, y'all know how that shit go. It was the typical. Now, I want to show y'all this one clip, and it highlights on the abuse.
He might be. I'm not.
And this is Miss Fields Productions. Shout out to Miss Fields Productions. She has a lot of good videos. Y'all should watch her video. She got a lot of courtroom situated, but it still highlights it. It still highlights.
No, can I say this, Your Honor?
Why are you bringing up issues that have nothing to do with the fact that this house is apparently underwater and he thinks that you owe him $35,000?
Now, let's ask yourself. Now, the reason why this is so important, and I'm going to start highlighting more videos like this of this nature, y'all should see their behavior in court. If they can't even control themselves in court, in one of the most professional, formal settings you'll ever find yourself in. Oof. Neck starting to hurt, y'all. One of the most professional, formal settings you'll find yourself in. If you can't control yourself in these settings, no other setting stands a chance. Now watch this.
The reason why I'm bringing it is to establish that he's doing this to be vindictive. That's why.
Might be, and I'm going to hear all that at trial, ma'am. I'm not I'm not foreclosing you from arguing anything. I think that this
Yes,
is.
he's doing it to be vindictive.
Why are you interrupting me again? Please. He might be. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he isn't.
He is.
All right. Okay. Stop.
There go the tears. Interrupting. There go the tears. There it goes. There it goes.
Thing because she uses several names. I've been to the police, made a report, and they know who she is and how she does, because just like she doing this crime scene now, she'll do some stuff. She spit on me, did all kind of stuff, and then call the police and act like I'm doing stuff to her.
Perpetual victims. Y'all remember when I said it's so easy how they can go from the victim to aggressor? Look, she was just crying. Now he said, "Oh man, hold on, you giving up my stilo." Like, hold on, you giving up my stilo. Hold on, you giving up my stilo. You giving up my stilo.
Governor, he is lying. He is lying.
Now listen, I wasn't there with them. Oof. I wasn't there with them. But come on, y'all. Who sounds believable right now? The one who's off, the one who's unhinged right now, or the one who's showing low restraint? Who seems off hinge? Let's go.
Sir,
So they would know.
Sir, ma'am.
He's lying.
Yep. I got it.
If you're wondering how I score top essay marks like these in university, one of my secret weapons is asking Grammarly to identify gaps in my essay. That's how you get feedback like this. If you think...
Go! Will you hand me my screen box?
Now go. Bobby Bell versus Tamisha Bell. 2502024. Mr. Bell, your name?
Bobby Bell.
Ma'am, are you Tamisha Bell?
It's Tamisha Morris, actually.
Okay, good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
So you were renting out the house to her, correct, Mr. Bell?
Not necessarily renting it. She was living there and was supposed to be paying the mortgage while she was living in the house.
Ma'am, did you listen to and understand the rights on the video?
No, I did not. I didn't
Judge,
hear
I don't
anything.
think she connected to the. I can do that really quick if you'd like.
Yeah, why don't you do that? We're going to take a 5-minute recess. You told me you listened to and understood the rights.
Sorry, my neck be hurting like shit. The neck muscles. I don't be wearing like that, man. My neck muscles be hurting like shit. Motherfuckers be heavy.
Right?
I do.
And how much do you think is owed, Mr. Bell?
Now I got a new statement from Citizens last week. They said the mortgage is $35,028.90. Plus I got a shut off from DTE for $2,556.51, which that total is $37,585.41.
How much were you renting this house to her for, sir?
Excuse me? I didn't hear your question.
How much were you renting the house for? $3,200?
I was nothing. She's just supposed to be assuming the mortgage, taking care of the mortgage, and making sure she paid the mortgage every month while she was there. I was making no money, no profit off of it, or nothing like that.
Were you two?
We used to be in a relationship. We used to live.
Slow down. Were you two in a relationship?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And the house is in your name, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
And somehow
And I am on a deed.
She is not.
you were what?
She is not on the deed. She says she's on the deed, but she is not.
I am on the deed.
And either way, that doesn't still make any payments, being paid.
You haven't paid the mortgage, ma'am, for 10 months?
So again, they was in a relationship. I guess that he moved out, and I guess she agreed to pay for everything when they moved out, and she was going to stay there. And she's saying that, so she lived there for 10 months, and then saying that she didn't agree to pay. But how can you live in a place for free? You got to pay. I got to pay. You got to pay. But they never seem to think that they got to pay for anything.
So let me explain. If I can explain, please. So the house was in bankruptcy, and then the house went from bankruptcy. It was in bankruptcy for almost 2 years, and then it went from bankruptcy to a modification. From a modification to a forbearance. Once again, when it was about to come out of forbearance, then we found the buyer for the house. After we got the payoff to sell the house to the buyer, we found out we were upside down in the house. So now Bobby wants me to go back and pay what he would have gotten if we weren't upside down in the house. We never had an agreement to pay, never had a lease or anything. Yes, I've been in the house. Neither one of us couldn't afford the house. So when the house was in bankruptcy court, and then went into the modification, while the modification was going on, we honestly thought that it was going to go into foreclosure.
Hang on a second. Slow down.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Yeah.
Why did you leave wait a minute. Why did you leave the house, sir?
Because we just didn't work as a couple, We wasn't.
I know, but you own the house and you left the house, and you're telling me she agreed to pay the mortgage while she was living in the house?
She had agreed to pay the mortgage, and she has agreed to leave the house for it's been almost 2 years. She's supposed
Did you agree to pay the mortgage, ma'am?
I did not agree to pay the mortgage,
but did you agree to pay?
What did I agree to pay? Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing? What a great country. You mean you thought he was just going to leave the house, let you stay there for free?
Absolutely not. The house was going into foreclosure.
10 months, and then agreed, basically saying, told you, only in their world where you can live rent free, only or mortgage free, only in their world, only in Tamisha Morris's world where you can live rent free, debt free, only in her world, not in real society, only in her world.
This is my question. Stop.
All right.
Stop. Are you telling me, how long ago did you leave the house, Mr. Bell?
It's been over a year, probably a year.
All right, slow down.
So he left that house over a year. If he left it over a year and you, Tamisha Morris, are still in the house and you're still going to use the house as your residence, lay your head, have a roof over your head, why wouldn't you think you had to pay while you're there? He's not there no more. Same playbook, entitlement.
That's all I wanted to know. You're telling me he left the house, no agreement, and just you can live here until?
No, it was a verbal agreement that she would take care of the mortgage until she was able to.
Always get things in writing. Always get things in writing. With most of our sisters, y'all got to get everything in writing. And I'm going to be honest with you. And this doesn't apply to a lot of our sisters out here. But quite a few of them don't ever loan them any money. if you loan them money, whether you get it back or not depends on if they feel like paying you back. Because if you just so enough have the audacity to ask for your money back, they're going to attack you as they're the victims. Oh yeah, they're going to try to shame you for asking the money back, talk crazy to you for asking money back. And if you say anything out of pocket that they perceive, that's an excuse for them to say, you know what, I ain't paying you that. Yeah. That's how they operate. Majority of them. Do not loan most of these sisters money at all. You will never get it back.
Leave that house and find her something else. We've had sales for the house a couple of times, and she won't leave the house.
Hang on a second, guys. Wait 1 second.
I am the one who got the sales for the house.
The judge said to wait.
Can I please speak?
Wait.
Okay.
The judge said to wait. That means you don't say anything. Well, I can't.
Well, here's the thing. The man is going to show some restraint. But watch her. Keep your eyes on Tamisha Morris. Count how many times she's not going to be able to control herself. Like I said, if you can't even control yourself in one of the most professional settings you'll ever be in, there ain't any other setting. Oh man,
Can't say that this isn't something that I've seen happen before. I mean, this is what happens. People think they can commingle, live in different houses together. One owns, one doesn't own. One rents, the other doesn't rent. And now you guys got yourselves in a big pickle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this doesn't seem right. You just can't imagine living in a house that has a $3,500 mortgage payment for free. I mean, this would be a great country. Maybe they'll let me live in their houses in Hollywood for free. I don't know what to tell you two. Don't interrupt me. I think you both better get some lawyers in here that know what they're doing.
Oh, before you leave, can you turn that document into a PDF for me? Thanks.
At 5:30? I'm adjourning this 2 weeks. You guys get some lawyers. That's what you need to do. This is an expensive asset you're talking about. You don't want to lose everything, Mr. Bell. I don't know what the status is. I don't want to know right now. But you gotta, how much is that house worth?
It's worth, they did appraise and they saying like right at 500 now. But
God damn, that house died like expensive.
Got it so upside down, I had to pay. I would have to pay to sell the house.
I have it upside down.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Can I please say something?
Ma'am. I'm not going to be here to referee this right now. I'm not going to let you guys squabble across the cameras here, telling one why the other one got it upside down, or he did, or you did, or anybody else did. I'm adjourning this to June the 16th at what time, Jen? And you're going to
10 a.m.
At 10 a.m. and you're going to come back with some lawyers. And then we're going to set it for trial. Okay? I mean, you guys are both hurting each other at this point, as far as I can tell. But I don't know all the details, but I'm sure I'm certainly not going to resolve them now. But
yeah, tell him why you couldn't go to the, I had to get a restraining order.
Now, watch, pay attention right here. This is the typical victim playbook. Remember that scenario I gave you about her sitting Indian style on the home in the house and he just comes into being a tyrant? Why do you think I always use that scenario? Pay close attention.
I had to get a restraining order on him. He was abusing me. It's a lot of stuff. A lot.
right, hang on.
If you check the records, I've called the police here so many times before.
Ma'am, that's the first I've heard of it.
There you go. This whole time, she didn't bring it up until now. They always wait till mid or the end of the proceedings when they feel like they're not getting their way to throw the ace in. They got that ace in the hole. Abuse. Told you, they're always abused.
Yeah, because you wouldn't let me talk.
Ma'am,
Okay.
you need to get a lawyer.
Yeah.
Was he charged with anything ever?
No, because
there you go. No. All this abuse, wasn't arrested, wasn't charged. And let me guess. What is the number one reason why these abusive men are never charged? What do they always use? Oh, what is it? Hold on. Not as always gets dropped. Oh, let me see. I'll just go ahead. He always seems to escape from before they get there, or always seems to leave before they get there. It's always some reason why, with all this abuse, they never seem to get charged or criminally convicted for it.
Never.
No, because I could never catch him here.
Just because he's not there when they get there, you can still go to the magistrate. You can still press charges. That's not stopping you. It's the same story. It's literally the same story. I told you, he always seems to leave. Another one where he always leaves before they get there. It's always the same.
No, because I could never catch him here. He wasn't.
Slow down.
No.
You said that you had restraining orders on him.
Yeah.
Did you get? Whoa. PPOs or with
Yeah, ice cream? Come here. Go chase him down. Where you at? Where the ice cream truck at? Go out there and see. Which way? How far is it?
It's just right there. It's right there by the 2 houses that it's moving now.
Well, go get him. What do you know? Shoot. Here. Give me y'all some money. Take that. The rest is for my outfit.
these
I
results.
got a
Hang
peek.
on, I didn't think I was done talking yet. Did you think?
How many times has she cut him off already? Can't even control herself.
Oh, I didn't know.
Talking yet?
No.
Would you please stop interrupting me?
Okay.
Did you have charges that you filed against him where he was the defendant in a domestic violence charge?
And what they don't understand is they be thinking they must be on these panels. They must think they on Sharon Bracey panel or something like that, where you just gonna believe them just because. They must think they on one of these. Remember, they be thinking they on the panel. When you're in the court of law, the judge is gonna ask these questions. You try to run out there, couldn't do it. All right, well, you gotta try to catch it when it come back. Try to catch it when it come back. They always think they on the panel, like all you gotta do, remember, all you gotta do is yell abuse and can't say nothing, don't charge, don't question, don't do nothing, don't probe, don't do nothing. Abuse. Oh, okay, you was abused. You in a court of law now. They're gonna ask questions.
Charge.
No.
No, was never charged. So he was never charged with the abuse, never charged for the abuse. Why did you say, Your Honor, he was abusing me? To gain sympathy for the sole purpose of getting a favorable ruling. It's never anything but that. That's why I don't believe 98% of them when they on these panels talking about abuse. Because one of the things that it's a common denominator, it's all this abuse, but rarely were they put in jail, rarely they had to do time, rarely was they charged, rarely any of that. All they got to do is just say abuse.
I just
Hang on. You said you had a restraining order. Did you go down to Detroit and get a PPO against him?
Yes.
All right. Is that PPO still in effect?
No.
There you go. So what was the point of all of this? And this is a civil dispute over property. So what really point does it have? What relevance does it have to this? If I was his lawyer, I've been ejected. You're on objection relevance. This has nothing to do with it. You're bringing in a totally different situation, totally different jurisdiction, totally different set of circumstances. This is about property, and you owing back pay of $35,000. What he alleges. What does you being abused? How is you being abused negating your obligation? And this is why they don't like me, because I see through all that bullshit.
Does that PPO have anything at all to do with the fact that you guys got yourselves in a deep issue here with regard to the loss of this property, whether it's Mr. Bell's owned otherwise or you own some or don't own some? Do you guys realize does that have anything at all to do with this?
No.
There you go. So the PPO or the abuse or the restraining order, none of that has anything to do with the property. So the judge is asking the right question. Why did she bring it up?
You guys realize does that have anything at all to do with this?
No. Can I say this, Your Honor?
Why are you bringing up issues that have nothing to do with the fact that this house is apparently underwater and he thinks that you owe him $35,000?
The reason why I'm bringing it is to establish that he's doing this to be vindictive. That's why.
Might be, and I'm going to hear all
that he's doing this to be vindictive. That's why.
Might be, and I'm going to hear all that at trial, ma'am. I'm not foreclosing you from arguing anything. I think that this
Yes,
is
he's doing it to be vindictive.
Why are you interrupting me again? Please. He might be. I'm not saying why are you interrupting me again?
Typical. She keeps interrupting. So the thing about her saying that she brought up the abuse to show that he's doing this to be vindictive, that's just like me. I'm behind 3 months of my mortgage payment, and they keep calling my phone trying to work it out with me. And then I file a federal suit against them for harassment. And then they go file a mortgage complaint against me to take possession of the home. And I can come in the court and say, Your Honor, they only filed this suit because as a retaliation, because I filed a suit for harassment against them. That doesn't take away the fact that I'm still 3 months late on my mortgage. And I violated the terms of my agreement. Him doing it because he's being vindictive or whatever has no relevance to the issue at hand. And just like they all do, they want to throw in non-relevant issues to distract from their own obligations.
Please. He might be. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he isn't.
He is.
All right.
They go to cries. They go to tears. Told you. When they're not getting their way, what happens next? The tears. Here comes the tears. These tears are not genuine. These tears are not legit. It's all a passive temper tantrum because it's not going the way I want it to go. All because I'm not getting my way right now. And I don't know this woman from a can of paint. But when I say they damn near all act the same, this is what I mean. It's the same playbook, no matter who it is, no matter the circumstances, no matter the situation. It's the same playbook.
Okay, stop. I'm adjourning this to June 16th.
Look at him. Happy that he made me cry. I'm telling you.
I'm not happy that you keep interrupting
He
me.
is.
No. It has nothing to do with none of that. It has everything to do because she knows it. She now stands a chance of being accountable. And I'm shout out to my good women out there, because my good women out there, they don't do this. They got more class than this. But the fact that a majority of our sisters would do anything, say anything, make the most egregious accusations to get out of accountability is beyond sick. They will pull Jesus Christ off of the cross and throw him in front of a bus in order to avail accountability. I see this in the courtrooms day in and day out. As soon as they know they're about to lose or lose their custody battle, lose their control over the kids in the custody battle, the number one thing that they will make up the most egregious things. He touched my daughter. He's abusive. It doesn't come out in the beginning of the proceedings. It always comes out towards the end when they feel like they're losing. It is beyond sick the way some of our sisters, what they will do to avail accountability or get their way. No one is safe
I'm not happy that you keep interrupting me.
Your Honor, I'll just leave. I'll just leave.
Hey,
I don't have to
slow
be
down.
here or anything.
There you go. I'm being attacked by you now, Judge. You keep interrupting the judge, and I'll just leave. You see? See? Crocodile tears, see through. And these are the people we're supposed to feel sorry for. These are the people we're supposed to be like, oh, well, you know. No, you are a grown ass woman. Like a fucking 15-year-old. And they got the nerve to say, why you older women won't you date a woman your age? What's the difference? What's the difference? What is the difference? $30, $20, $40. What's the difference?
I'll just leave. I don't want to drag this out and have this man in my life anymore.
All right, slow down.
Leave.
All I'm telling you is I'm encouraging both of you to get lawyers, and maybe you can actually work together so people don't.
We're not going to be able to. He's crazy.
This man has not thrown one assault at her. He's been quiet. He has not thrown one attack at her. She is so desperate right now. She's just saying anything. This man ain't throwing out one attack. Look, you see him? Look, this guy right here in the corner with an arrow. He ain't throwing out one attack at her.
And he's sitting here pretending like he's not. And I know it may seem like that I am because I'm interrupting you.
No, it's not seem. You are. You are. This is display you're putting on front of the world. If you'd have conducted yourself differently, we might have that opinion. But you're the one that seems crazy. You're doing it. I'm reacting to what you're doing. If you wasn't doing it, I wouldn't say nothing. You're doing it.
But I have been through a lot when it comes to this man and this house.
Well, what about the 10 months you lived there for rent free? Was you going through a lot then? Because you ain't make a payment. Was you going through a lot then? Because you ain't say you was going through a lot when you wasn't making the payments.
I dumped my money into this house just like he did.
All right, then maybe you guys should figure something out. I'm telling you what I'm suggesting. I'm telling you both you should be here in person June the 16th. I'm telling you, you should come with some lawyers, and then we'll figure out, they can figure things out. June 16th at 10. If you don't want to, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm going to hear you out. You guys come here with lawyers. We're going to set a trial date, or they can resolve it. But I think,
if you've ever wanted to create content at the same scale as some of your biggest competitors, but simply do not have the time it takes to do so,
I think you need some representation, both of you right now. If you're in danger of losing a house worth $500,000, I don't want to know how much debt you have in it, what your mortgage is or anything else. Just come here June 16th at 10. If it's not resolved that day, I'm setting it for trial. But you're going to have to prove, sir, that she agreed to pay that. If that's what it is. You got some obstacles here, both of you. I'm just telling you both, I think you'd be much better off with a lawyer on June 16th. And then I can set it for trial. You raised your hand, ma'am. Do you have anything else?
I do. I want to ask if I can just leave and not have to come back to court. I don't.
Ladies are scam artists, Your Honor.
What's that?
I put all those names on the thing because she uses several names. I've been to the police, made a report, And they know who she is and how she does, because just like she doing this crime scene now, she'll do some stuff. She spit on me, did all kind of stuff, and then call the police and act like I'm doing stuff to her.
Governor, he is lying.
All
He
right.
is lying.
Okay.
Get these dictionaries
Sir.
and file the report
Sir.
so they
He's
would know.
lying.
Sir.
The way that she's acting, I don't believe that man's lying at all. I don't believe that man's lying at all. The way she's acting, I don't believe that man's lying one bit. I think he's on point with everything he's saying. I don't think she's lying at all. I really don't. Well, we all know what it is. I got to go. I got to get back to these cheering. You know, I got these cheering. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. Thomas Legacy 603@gmail.com. Listen, don't fight your mortgage by yourself. Don't fight your mortgage for these sovereign citizen people. Get some real help. We got professionals on our team, proper understanding. We got receipts. Thomas Legacy 603@gmail.com. Mortgage, auto, credit card. Want to learn how to win in court? Tap in. Want to know how to put a proper claim together? Tap in. Want to file your taxes correctly, realistically? Tap in. Any other consumer laws, any other consumer rights. If you think about you need to file bankruptcy, but you want to bring your mortgage as part of your estate to set off the debt, tap in. Thomas Legacy 603@gmail.com.